Hello everyone, I'm YouTube and welcome back to Honkai Star Rail. So I did a lot of grinding off screen, about 4 to 5 hours. And I may have increased by like 1 power level here. So we're gonna finally continue the story. I might be able to handle this a bit better. So Ooh.
Who goes there? Show yourselves! Wait, it's you. Quickly, in here. It's dangerous outside.
You recognize us?
Are you not the General's guests? The Master Diviner prophesied your arrival. We were ordered to wait for you under any circumstances.
Uswan was here?
Yes, the Master Diviner ordered us to remain stationed here and went to scout ahead. They're saying the disciples of Sanctus Medicus have returned. They haven't been seen for an age. The troops are anxious. It's good that you're here. The Master Diviner said the Knights weren't to move out until you arrived. Please wait in the camp. We'll decide on our next steps once the Master Diviner returns.
Okay.
That the Cloud Knights received orders not to advance is a bad sign. The Disciples of Sanctus Medicus. I've heard the name before. If memory serves, they're an underground sect of the Abundance that's said to have lain dormant within the Cienjo, plotting to overthrow the Alliance. The Stellaron has certainly caused Abundance-like abnormalities. Is that what motivated the Disciples to come out of the shadows? No. The Knight's main force remains intact. Something must have happened. Something we're not aware of. The Master Diviner isn't here. Let's head into camp and see what we can learn from the troops here.
Good idea. Why don't you take a look around, benefactors? My feet need a rest.
Okay, let's look around then.
Have you talked with these disciples, benefactor? What do you make of them?
Not yet.
Why would they betray the LeFou? I don't understand.
The Cloud Knights undergo such thorough training. How could they lose control like this? It's one thing for humans to be stricken with Mara, but Foxians and Vidyadhara?
The courier package in good condition. The digital label affixed to the surface shows that it has not been signed or a receipt. Obviously, it is not where it's supposed to be. Perhaps you could do it a favor and deliver it to its recipient, who is no doubt looking forward to it. Trailblazers are always happy to help those in need. Good choice. You crouch down to check the recipient's address on the digital label so that you can fulfill your noble duty as a trailblazer. Before you can read out the content written in the Jinjiao language, you are taken aback by a sudden beep. Warning, warning, possible threat detected. Package 8100127 has contacted the nearest Realm Keeping Commission Chancery. Please cooperate with an investigation. Do not leave the scene without permission. Oh no, your act of kindness has backfired. You should take off the random notice. Don't tarnish the trailblazing name. Okay. I see a chest. I also saw a paper there. An open courier package with a weird insignia draws your attention. A downlead is a Mortise and tenon wooden lock that you have come across umpteen times in Jinzhou. The document was not fully stuffed into the package, so you can make out the most of the content without picking it up. Pick it up, examine. This seems to be a survey from a secret society called the Hexanexus. Oh god, you can't believe it until it's called itself a secret society in this day of age. The survey includes detailed questions about the respondent's gender, age, income, occupation, and amount spent on video games each month, and a motivation for spending. It is a shame the respondent doesn't take the survey seriously, as it is not filled out. Hold on. The respondent did write something on the survey. The suggestion column is filled with the indecent yet authentic phrases in Jinzhou language. The respondent's outrage is well expressed. Seems like Hexanexus is not very popular. I mean, it's okay. It's just basically like baby's first Rubik's Cube, but... Alright. Let's see what this... Here? Nope. Oh, there's a courier package here. An open courier package, the smell of rotten food wafts from outside. Anyone with a sane mind will stay away from it. However, if your courage prevails over your sanity, you may open it further and take a look. Perhaps the food hasn't gone past its expiry date yet, right? I have to taste it. Your courage is admirable, but has done you harm. Although you want a small bite, its taste is so sickening that you black out right away. Your head is spinning, and you are losing control of your body. Ugh. Where am I? Oh, did I die? Jesus. Wait, hold on. I have to go back for seconds. Nope. Alright. Well then. Cloud9 is standing next to a captain. He steps aside after you explain your identity and show him the general's order.
You want to ask questions? Fine. But I must be present the whole way through. This part needs to be recorded as testimony.
Finally, someone to talk to. These Cloud Knights are so serious, so boring.
About Stellarons.
That shining seed? I've seen it. So beautiful. If you gaze into it, there's a voice inside that speaks to you.
Do you still remember Cocolia?
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago.
The Master said we could inject new life into the ambrosial arbor with it. I didn't believe it at first. We tried many methods, spending multiple lifetimes of short-life species, yet the arbor showed no signs of resurrection. But look upon it now. Only the power of an eon can recreate the miracle. Yes, yes, the mighty Sanctus Medicus, the abundance.
About Ambrosial Arbor.
So, you witnessed it too? The Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection. Magnificent.
You really aren't crazy at all.
In the Befall era, so far in the past that even long-life species cannot recall, Sanctus Medicus the Abundance gifted the Ambrosial Arbor to the Xianzhou Luofu. With that sacred tree, humanity realized many miracles. The fallow earth, the western soapberry, the altered flesh. But that devilish archer ruined everything. They twisted right and wrong and erased Sanctus Medicus's achievements. But soon we will return to the glory of the Befall era. You've seen the fantastic creatures that fought with us. They are only minor gifts of the Ambrosial Arbor.
Shut it, rambling rodent. The Cloud Knights will root all of you out soon.
What did you do to these Cloud Knights?
What did we do? We cured our kin. It must hurt to be trapped in such weak flesh and blood.
You scum! If the Order allowed, I would cut you down now.
Oh, you don't understand. A short-life species couldn't understand. Mara struck? Bah! It's a second life gifted by Sanctus Medicus. To eliminate the self, to achieve transcendence, a life of true freedom. I see a desire for power in your eyes. This life is too short for you, isn't it? I can help you.
Don't listen. His words are poison.
We're just having fun, sir. Without the blessing of the abundance, you short-life species would never be able to endure the transformation.
I don't have any more questions. Okay, I have a problem with this trope. It's a very frequent trope that these games do. Whenever an organization is quote-unquote evil, they're always like maddened. They're always like crazy the way they speak and say things. And it's like, do you have to be in that state to be evil? Like, I figure like a solemn, like, you know, collected mind can still be antagonistic and like evil. It doesn't have to always be like, achieve transcendence, I'm crazy. You know, it's just like, come on, man. It's like, fuck's sake.
Have you talked with these disciples, Benefactor? What do you make of them?
I can understand their desire for knowledge.
That's a brave thing to say out in the open. If the Cloud Knights hear you, they won't think twice. It strikes me that you'd use any means to achieve your goal, Benefactor. Xianzhou natives are more afraid of immortality than they are of the days coming to an end. They received eternal life as they had desired, but are doomed to a fate more terrifying than death. The abundance played a cruel trick on them.
There's a ghastly paleness in the face of this resident Cloud Knight. As you approach him, he nods his head in salute.
Forgive me for being brief. Warfare is a dangerous business. There's no time for idle chat.
How's the situation?
We took over this place a few hours ago under the Master Diviner's command. It was only afterwards that we learned our enemies were none other than the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, those who worship the Plague's author. Everything was going as planned. The sorcerers of the disciples and the fantastic creatures they commanded were no match for us. Then, after a while, our comrades suddenly started to slaughter one another.
They became Mara-struck. There's a wounded warrior that didn't make it back to this unit.
Thanks for your intel. I'll dispatch someone immediately. The greatest fear of the Xianzhou people is succumbing to our Mara-struck form around others. To do so means that we have given up on being human, lost the abomination sleeping in our immortal blood, and violated the Rainbow's admonishments. What the disciples of Sanctus Medicus did are despicable acts that every Alliance resident detests. I swear to the Arbiter that I will avenge my comrades.
When the Master Diviner gets back, we might be in for tough times. It's making me a little nervous. Are you ready?
Ready. Oh. Interesting. Well then. I've never seen this in a game before, in these kind of games. Choose abandoned mission. Okay, I guess we'll do them then. Fuck. Alright, well. A fucking course. God, I just can't scan. I try to do some of these on my off time, but they just kept popping back up. I was like, they're just like fucking cockroaches. Alright. We're gonna. I'm not gonna read this stuff, by the way. It's just there's so much. You're just gonna have to speed read it with me, okay?
You're back.
Oh.
From the sound of your stride, I sense you're in good spirits.
It's voiced. Never mind. Your ears are really sharp.
I wouldn't be envious. This is not an innate ability, merely compensation for my visual impairment. Ultimately, nothing I hear or smell can match the vividness of the colors that you perceive. Let's get down to business. I analyzed the prescription you procured, the draft of Draconic Surge. Now that I have a preliminary conclusion, it needs to be delivered to the seat of Divine Foresight.
What is the conclusion?
The conclusion. Put simply, I don't believe that the draft of Draconic Surge holds the cure to the Mara. Even in the foreseeable future, there will likely not be any such cure. I've compiled the details into a written analysis. If you're interested, feel free to take a look. This is a copy of pharmacological studies on the draft of Draconic Surge. If the Chief Counselor wants to see it urgently, I'll have to ask you to deliver it for me.
Okay.
That tree remained dead for thousands of years. Back to life?
By the way, this is a continuation of a mission I did on the off camera. Something to do with like Sanctus Medicus and like being inducted, and you have to like write these like this
What
transcript.
What is your purpose for entering the seed of divine?
And there was like, I don't know, there was all kinds of crap going on. It was such a long quest, and I didn't even realize it was voiced because I had the game muted until like a while into it. I was like, oh, there's actually talking in this, so I skipped that. But trust me, you really didn't miss much. It was so boring, even with it voiced. I was like, what? There's a problem with these games. They're so fantastical, but they just focus on the boring shit.
Anything you wanted to share?
The prescription from the disciples of the Sanctus Medicus.
Wow. Even for those alchemists, that was fast.
It was Dane Shu who figured it out.
Don Shu?
Sorry.
Wait, why would the Alchemy Commission's chief alchemist be away from her post? I've heard that the chief alchemist is visually impaired. She rarely leaves the Alchemy Commission delve. She has a vast knowledge and expertise. No wonder she was able to analyze the pharmacology so quickly. Let me see her report.
Xingzhu's expression is serious as she completes reading Don Shu's report.
No cure? Where did these villains get their hands on such a complex prescription? This is infuriating. Still, this is a clue we can follow. Thank you. Please accept these gifts for your efforts.
Thank you.
Please, take them.
I am.
So
I said
much
thank
for the
you.
Rafu,
Get out of here.
For the Xianzhou. This is the least I could do.
Please let that be the end of it. Ugh. Yes, in time, there are issues with which I would like to share, which I should like your expertise. Can you drop by the Sinwood Pavilion for a spell? Wait, I'm coming over. At your earliest convenience would be the best. Alright. I don't even know what I got from her. I don't think I got anything, honestly. Boop, boop.
The ambrosial arbor.
Thank you for coming on such short notice.
What can I help you with?
My stay in Exalting Sanctum was supposed to be focused on treating people and delivering medicine. But the Seed of Divine Foresight tasked me with analyzing the prescription. I've been severely delayed. I've already concocted some of the medicine in question, but there can't be any further delays. Could you assist me in ensuring it arrives on time?
No problem.
Thank you. The patient in question is a little girl. If she's gotten into any trouble, be sure to let me know when you get back. This is the medicine. Her house is near the Court of Tranquility. It shouldn't be hard to find her.
Okay. Medicine concocted by Don Shu. Alright. It teleport.
Is this the one Don Shu sent me to find? Did she come here to treat other sightless people?
Aw, little Miss Lady can't see ahead, can't see right, can't see left. Heads to the east, ends up west.
Wow.
She's stuck. She can't get down.
Hey, what you looking at, Outworlder? Mind your own business.
So cocky, huh?
Who do you think you are? Keep your nose out of this. I beat people up all the time.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, get lost. Stop meddling in our business.
The arrogant kid runs up to you and punches you. Stand strong and moving, but the boy falls backward from the reaction force.
Boss! Stop yelling and help me up already.
They use some kind of hidden power. I saw it. You're a cheater.
That's right. If you hadn't cheated, I would have knocked your lights out.
You sure about that, boss? They didn't even flinch.
Ugh, shut up! Boss, let's get out of here. We shouldn't fight anyone that doesn't respect martial arts.
I'll let you off the hook this time. Next time we fight fair and square.
Yeah!
I'm glad we had this interaction. The three of you children flee from the scene with a disgruntled. You take the chance to lead the girl away from the site of conflict.
Thank you for helping me, mister.
Are you okay?
I'm okay. It's my fault. I shouldn't have wandered off on my own. Then I wouldn't have run into those guys. They always laugh at me for being blind. And they like to trip me up and steal my things. Thank goodness you were here. Otherwise, they wouldn't have let me off so easily.
Don Shu wants me to deliver this medication to you.
Oh, Don Shu asked you to come? Things are bad on Olafu recently. Don Shu must be very busy.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, mister.
Of course.
Remember to thank her for me.
I will. The little girl takes the medicine and returns the way she came, somehow.
Why does she wander about alone? Well, I've delivered the medicine. I should report back to Don Shu.
Okay.
The ambrosial arbor.
How was she? Did you deliver the medicine?
Yes, you describe what happened to Don Shu. Now they're gonna talk about how she's been tortured as a kid or whatever. Always being bullied.
Me of myself when I was a child. I also had to find my way in the dark. Face obstacles I couldn't predict. As well as deal with unconscious prejudices people had against me. If I was ever injured by bullies or after a fall, I'd run crying to the healers at the Alchemy Commission and ask them to heal me. I suppose that's why I followed in their footsteps, to pay a little kindness forward.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for looking after the child. Could I ask you for another favor, friend?
Oh, for fuck's sake, what? What do you need?
I want to meet the little girl. Can you lead me to her?
Yeah.
I worry about her wandering around.
Did you find her on your own? Oh, you're blind, right?
And I want to know what's been on her mind lately. Her parents passed away in the denizens of Abundance Wars. The relatives who took her in aren't close to her. And whenever I treat her, she often confides in me. A healer's medicine might remedy one's physical health, but sometimes the loneliness and hurt inside one's heart needs companionship and care to heal.
She might have wandered far. Do you know where she might find her?
She told me that whenever she's feeling troubled, she finds a quiet corner in the Artisanship Commission and just sits there, letting the sounds wash over her. Her parents used to be artisans in the Commission, so I think she has some nostalgic connection to the place. In all likelihood, that's where she'll be. There's danger around every corner these days, especially for a sightless child. Let's go.
I'm glad we had this conversation. Can we? Oh my god. God. Can writers not be concise with anything anymore in their fucking life? Is there like some sort of contract that... No.
Is the girl in trouble?
Hold on, I gotta switch out of character real quick. It's like... No, the character makeup. What the fuck? I hate this fucking radial menu. I can't believe I'm raging at freaking Honkai. I'm just getting tired of these missions, man. They're so fucking boring. Even the fights are boring.
Please, and victory!
Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Rules are made to be broken.
You won't get away.
My turn.
It's all right. Everything's okay now, Xiaoyu.
Thank you, big brother. Thank you, Anshu.
You don't need to be scared anymore. He is here.
But when I think about all the trouble I've caused you two, I feel like such a burden. I'm sorry.
Is that why you're crying? Maybe you should start getting used to this feeling, because in the next few centuries, visually impaired people like us will continue to require help from everyone we meet. So, if a little bit of guilt like this is enough to break your heart, then how will you manage such an arduous path?
Aren't you? Is this supposed to be comforting?
I'm not trying to console her. This is the reality. Walking alone in the darkness, fearing every incoming, invisible obstacle, unable to understand other people's descriptions. Everyone, everything is like a hot coal in the dark. Invisible, yet still able to burn you. As a long-life species, she can expect life to continue like this for nearly 1,000 years. She must learn to depend upon herself rather than just foolishly waiting around for the next hero to swoop in and save her.
There will always be someone willing to help her.
One hopes that would be the case, but that would require someone to be by her side every waking second of every day. In the meantime, she'll have to learn to withstand the darkness. Just as I have.
Hey, you're right, Danshu. From now on, I'll do my best to rely on myself.
Good. I hope you remember this. Forever. This place is too dangerous. Let's head back to Exalting Sanctum.
You sent Danshu and the little girl back.
Thank you again for all you've done. It would seem we incomplete ones are often bullied from a tender age. I endured numerous hardships to become Chief Alchemist. Yet, there are still things that leave me feeling helpless. That's the reason I said what I said. You might mistake my words for being hurtful. But the truth is, no amount of words can prepare her for what lies ahead.
Does the Xianzhou have the technology to help with such impairments?
For long-life species, these things are permanent. Whether we are beautiful or ugly, tall or short, wise or foolish, all of it is encoded into our flesh from the moment we are born. The impairments of short-life species can be corrected with ingenia or surgery. But that's an impossibility for Xianzhou natives.
Interesting.
No matter the method employed, our bodies will eventually return to their original states.
Huh.
I too was once a non-believer. I fooled myself into acquiring artificial eye implants. Soon thereafter, my sightless eyes began to regenerate, and I was left in pain and despair. That brief window of sight that I regained has turned into a perpetual source of anguish, forever etched into my mind. For long-life species, this incompleteness is a permanent, unavoidable tenance. What a joke. Even the denizens of abundance, so-called abominations, needn't endure such torture. Perhaps we incomplete ones are merely traitors, cursed by the plague's author.
What do you mean?
It's nothing. Forget I said anything. Thank you for sticking with me through all of this. I think my aspirations in Exalting Sanctum have been met. For now. Oh. I have a gift for you. Though I'll need a little time to prepare it. I'll contact you once it's ready to collect. See you soon, friend.
Okay. I was given this quest sass, and then it just turned out really sad, and I'm like, ugh.
Wait, so you're still reading?
If you want to read and pick out a book, just go in and
I have to read some books to pass the time.
go right ahead. Miss Mr. CN said that making bookworms feel at home is more important than getting them to buy something. All we ask is that you find a quiet spot away from the browsing areas.
Pick up a book that has recently gotten popular across the Alliance. Time passes quickly. You two, I have prepared the present of which I have mentioned. Come over to the Sinwood Pavilion. I wish to entrust you with it in person. Coming. Do not worry, I will be there awaiting your presence. Okay.
Oh, looks like the person you were waiting for has gotten in touch. Safe travels. Oh, maybe buy a book next time?
I bought all the books, and how the hell did you know that? Alright, whatever.
There you are, friend. You've been running so many errands lately. I'd like for you to take some useful items away with you. Examining the exhibits in the Seat of Divine Foresight inspired me to create this. I referenced some historical texts and concocted a medicine that can extend your lifespan and improve your health. I call it the Broomdew Concentrate Pellet. And I'd like you to have it. Consuming it will make your body light, agile, and promote longevity and well-being. As a nameless, it'll make your journey a much less arduous one. Well then, that's that. I've still got some other business to attend to, so shall we say goodbye for now? Perhaps the next time we meet, I'll be able to see you in the true sense of the word.
Or you'll die forever. Donshu placed the box with the pellet on the table. You glance at it. That's well done, I guess.
Tastes a bit strange, but no adverse reactions so far. Wait a minute.
Oh, fuck.
My head. What's happening? Something's wrong. I'm burning up. Feels like I can't breathe. Seems to be calming down a bit, but still uncomfortable. This doesn't seem right. I'd better talk to Qingzu at the Seat of Divine Foresight.
Oh, how's this quest not over yet? Alright. Back to the fucking Foresight place. This game has had this quest has had 2 false endings so far.
What is your purpose for
This could be the whole episode.
There goes my head again. Is Donshu sure this Broomdew is safe for consumption?
You also want to mention the Mara Struck right in front of you?
What's happening? Isn't this the Seat of Divine Foresight? Why are there so many Mara Struck here? No, I can't let them get near me.
I'm like fighting normal people, aren't I?
Immortality means forever.
You won't get away.
Secret of the safe.
Bloom. The dead return!
Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Come on.
You chose. Rules are made to be broken.
I have something.
Let's go.
Wait.
A miracle.
Nothing major.
Luck of the draw. Freeze. And victory!
Time for an over.
Eternals, the dead return! Let's make it quick.
My turn. Choose.
Merciful Medicus.
I'll see you off.
we go.
What happened to you? Careful! Don't hurt him! Hey! Wake up! Are you okay? Thank the stars! You're finally awake. I thought we might lose you. I was so worried.
What happened to me?
You came into the seat of divine foresight and started brandishing your weapon.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
It looked like you'd lost control. As if you'd been stricken with Mara. There has to be something awry. Tell me what happened to you before arriving at the seat of divine foresight.
You got everything that happened between you and Donshu to Qingsu.
From what you're saying, it seems like the gift she gave to you must be related to the disciple's prescription we examined earlier. But the healer who examined you just now said your body doesn't seem to have been affected. How strange. Could Donshu be playing a trick on you? Or is her medicine somehow not working as planned? My advice is to come back later for another examination. It's a Disciples of Sanctus Medicus prescription after all. Who knows what healing effects it may have. I'll put out a wanted notice for Donshu immediately. If you find any trace of her, get in touch with me. Take this D-Ting with you. It might just help you find this friend.
Hey.
That tree remained. Donshu isn't here. Where could she be? I've got it. Donshu's medicine box has her scent on it. I'll ask the D-Ting that Qingzu lent me to track her.
D-Ting follows Donshu's scent and leads you to the Artistship Commission. Oh, where the other girl was. Okay. Oof, okay.
Time to come out, little D-Ting. I need you to help me find Donshu.
Ah! God. Oh, this is the wrong way. No, I'm not doing these cube things. I'll do them later. Oh, I see.
That's
Questions?
Donshu. With a group of disciples? I guess that tells me all I need to know.
Master, stand back. Let me handle this.
Stand down. He's a friend.
Many of our brethren have fallen by his hands.
Yes, I am aware.
But
I said he's my friend. Leave us.
Yes, Master.
I didn't expect you to come looking for me.
They call you Master. You're the head of the Disciples of Sanctus Medicus?
The head? What a crude way of putting it. I am Master of the Disciples of Sanctus Medicus, Scion of Merciful Medicus, and I shall lead the entire Xianzhou Alliance onto the path of abundance. Did you ingest the Broomdew concentrate pellet I gave you?
Alright. What kind of medicine is it exactly?
That which the elixir seekers that arrive on the Xianzhou dream of. The formula to immortality. To take it is to initiate the transformation from a short-lived species into a Xianzhou person or an abomination, depending on your perception. Please believe me when I say that never once have I thought about harming you. I merely wanted to offer you the chance to obtain immortality and freedom. Friend, please, I urge you to leave the Luofu. Abandon this struggle. The truth isn't what it appears to be. What did the minions at the seat of divine foresight tell you about this conflict? That the Rainbow Arbiter is the emissary of the righteous? That the Arbiter is chasing the heathen plague's author across the stars, while the disciples of Sanctus Medicus abet their heresy? Do you really think that is the case? You don't understand Merciful Medicus, nor the devilish archer author, but you understand me. Do you see me as such? A heretic? I do not ask for you to pick a side. I just wish for you to leave the Law Fu, to leave this all behind. This isn't your fight, and I do not wish to make an enemy of you.
Well, you're crazy like the rest, so...
Most unfortunate. Had you known me first, perhaps we could have been good friends.
Master, we should leave now.
I sincerely wish that this will be our last meeting. Farewell, Nameless.
Oh, it's just leaves. Okay.
Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Rules are made to be broken.
You won't get away.
Merciful Medicus.
My turn.
A miracle.
You won't get away.
Rules are made to be broken.
Come on. They come.
Nothing major.
The dead return!
Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Come on, my turn. Luke.
Bloom. Repay.
Sacred of the saints. Immortality.
I'd better report my findings to Qingzu at the seat of divine foresight.
Okay. Guys, can pause this if you want to read this. This is a lot of text, and I'm not going to read it, so... I wish the Alliance will exist forever, but not in the way you desired. Okay. Ooh.
Just thinking about work gives me a full-body migraine.
Would you like me to relay?
I'm back. I'm not on drugs anymore, so I'm fine.
How did it go? Did you manage to locate Don Shu?
Yeah, she's crazy. Who'd thunk? You interpret Xinjiu and report for everything that happened to the Artisanship Commission.
So you weren't able to apprehend her?
I tried.
I see. These people have been in hiding for so long. They must have a more nefarious plan. I've got to apprehend them quickly. Once again, thank you for all your help. With your intel, we will put a stop to Don Shu. Jing Yuan tells me you'll be joining the forces led by the Alchemy Commission and Master Diviner. I won't take up any more of your time. Please, take good care of yourself. If you run into Don Shu again, contact the nearest Cloud Knights. Take this as a token of my appreciation. You deserve it.
Alright, so we did that. I think that will do it. Hopefully. Hopefully I go to this thing and it's not like, if you do this, you'll cancel like 30 quests you could have done. Like, what? Just let me do it. I want to continue the story. Oh.
Master Diviner, you're back.
I have kept you waiting, but the deceit of the disciples is laid bare to me now.
Why did you tell us about the disciples of Sanctus Medicus earlier?
Apologies. To avoid dissemination of intelligence, the General and I kept the involvement of the disciples to ourselves. It is a clandestine organization that seeks to overthrow the Alliance. Before the Stellaron disaster, the disciples had remained veiled in shadow for years. Their emergence reflects their intricate connection to this calamity.
The conflict is difficult, Master Diviner, but you have led your forces from the front lines and beyond in pursuit of the enemy. Admirable work.
Hardly. A diviner must acquire first-hand knowledge in order to calculate the future. Collecting intelligence in this way assists me in achieving the right answer. Wait, what's all this about a difficult conflict? The disciples of Sanctus Medicus have been scheming for a long time, but our army is in no way inferior. How can things be so difficult?
This is a segue into us joining the fray.
Sharp as always.
I knew we'd spent too long around the Master Diviner. Now we're predicting the future. Let me guess. What are we up to this time? Could it be heading to the front lines? Leading the Cloud Knight charge? Well, try this on for size. Nope! I can't stand any more of this fighting. So there.
That's right, March 7th. Tell her how it is.
Who said you'd be heading to the battlefield?
We're gonna make you suffer 45 minutes of non-stop dialogue first.
Jinyuan's orders. He said that the value of unexpected guests lies in the unexpected. The Cloud Knight's assault was to demonstrate our power to the enemy head-on. Now it is time for the unexpected. Please, come with me. After receiving the Ambrosial Arbor, the Alchemy Commission was once the Luofu's most vital commission. After all, it was they who changed the Xianzhou natives into long-life species. But in the end, the alchemists grew discontented and began to obsess over the manipulation of life.
Should I let you finish talking before I
Research into
move?
the Arbor poisoned their minds. The more they pursued it, the more they longed for it.
Go ahead.
Morning bells chime in a dream. Evening mist gathers around me. Do you see that?
What huge elixir crucibles. There's still smoke coming out of them.
This is where the alchemists practiced the way of immortality in ancient times. They erected elixir crucibles here to absorb the power of the Arbor, turning fantasy into reality. Since the smoke from the crucibles never ceases, this place was named Eve Mist Mansion. An elegant name, but as far as the art of war is concerned, it's a death trap. As long as the crucibles are lit and the smoke continues to linger, we cannot get any closer.
This is why the Cloud Knights lost control and became Mara-struck?
Indeed. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus infuse the smoke that permeates this delve with medicinal pellets that elicit Mara. Unless the Cloud Knights were able to march with their breath held, they would be doomed to fall into disarray. Moreover, no one could know whether their comrade was about to be stricken with Mara. Is there anything better than fear for destroying the morale of an army?
The Cloud Knights' first assault was just a cover. You're using the main army to attract the enemy's attention, while we douse the elixir crucibles and stop the smoke.
The disciples of Sanctus Medicus renounced their century of secrecy and chose to reveal themselves, meaning they feel confident of victory. But no matter how well prepared they may be, their focus has always been the Cloud Knights. They are completely unaware of your existence and capacity, and in short, cannot be prepared against you.
Smoke can't affect us? Why not get the Foxians and Vidyara to try?
You misunderstand the nature of the Mara-struck condition. It is not a curse unique to humankind. Foxians don't usually succumb to it because their lifespan is not eternal. Yet they are still a long-life species. The Vidyadhara rely on molting to discard the old world. All long-life species are equal in the face of Mara. However, the disciples of Sanctus Medicus could never have guessed that the Genera would seek outside help. They won't be prepared against short-life species.
Is this what General Jing Yuan meant by unexpected guests?
I wouldn't hazard a guess. All I can say is that the predictions of the Stellaron hunters were more accurate than mine. The future that Kafka seeks is becoming reality. One step at a time.
I want to act according to the predictions.
I do not wish to be their puppet either. In any case, we do not walk alone and unhindered on our paths. Our choices define us and influence others. The duty of the Master Diviner is to bring luck and avoid misfortune. I don't want my choice to plunge the Luofu into a terrible future. To return to the matter at hand, only you can douse the elixir crucibles without being harmed by them. What say you?
Fine. I didn't hear a please, but seeing as we do kinda have superpowers around here, Mr. Yang, what do you think?
Yes.
I will come at once when the smoke dissipates. You won't be left to fend for yourselves.
Okay, well, we have to end this episode there, guys. Thank you all for watching. Maybe finally we'll get to some sort of a conclusion to this, but God knows how much more there is. So I love you all, and see you guys next time. Goodbye. Goodbye.